Here is Michelle Corrales-Lewis, who is the president and the CEO of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. A couple of quick items. We want to thank the Vargases. We want to thank Fernando and Martha for hosting us today here at the Vargas Gym. And we appreciate it very much that we have a home here today to have everybody over and enjoy. Also want to thank those who provided the food today. Sofrito Rico, authentic Puerto Rican cuisine, and I hope you all enjoyed the food here today. And we thank them very much for providing it and for feeding the always hungry media here today. Before we get started with our announcements of our inductees and our honorees, I want to quickly make note of two people who are with us today, who are, as you notice, we've got our symbolic attendees of former inductees here are surrounding us with their greatness here in the room. There's our podium. And I want to mention, first of all, joining us today, and he was an inaugural year inductee. In fact, he gave the first acceptance speech. He was the first guy who was introduced and announced as a Hall of Famer, and that is former referee Joe Cortez. He's right over here. Joe, thank you for joining us here today. Appreciate it very much. We also have, and we're really excited about this today, because he's had a rough go of it lately, and he gave us a good scare, but we're very excited that he is here today. He's out of the hospital, as you can see, and feeling better, and he spent 4 months in the hospital, and we were all worried to death about him and praying for him. But we're very happy to see an inductee, 2017 inductee into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, the former heavyweight champion of the world, former Olympic gold medalist, defeated Muhammad Ali right here in Las Vegas, and he is here blessing us with his presence today, Leon Spinks. I was hoping that might be the case, which is why I am stripping in front of you here today. Because today,
he's wearing a Leon shirt.
I've got my Leon Spinks t-shirt on here today.
That's right, Sam.
And many, many more years of good health ahead of you. Leon, we're praying for you. Thank you so much for being here today. All right. This is our annual inductee announcement. We're very happy that you're here today, and we're happy to be here at the Vargas Gym, the Fight Factory. This continues our trend that we have had of having our induction announcements at different places every year. We've been at a restaurant, we've been at a casino, we've been 4 times, this is our 4th time, in a boxing gym. And of course the boxing gym is the lifeblood of boxing with all of the youth, and we appreciate what they're doing here. So we have been in the past at Richard Steele's gym, we have been at the Real Boxing Gym, we have been at Roy Jones Jr.'s gym, and now today we're here at the Pharaoh's Fight Factory, let's get the Fighting Foundation. That's right, Fernando's Fighting Foundation. We appreciate it for for you hosting us here today. Want to bring that podium up so I don't have to make it a little easier. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to present our annual award winners, and these are for the calendar year 2019. And then in just a few minutes, we'll also have our first phone interview with one of our inductees who is not here today but lives out of town. But first of all, we have our amateur fighter of the year, is from right here in Las Vegas. He's not present with us, but his dad is here today. But Raheem Gonzalez of Las Vegas is our Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, Nevada Amateur Fighter of the Year. Raheem attained a top 10 ranking. This is really unbelievable. Attained a top 10 ranking nationally in the amateurs in 3 different weight divisions last year, which is really amazing. And number 1 ranked at 178 pounds and qualified for the U.S. Olympic boxing team, which will be taking place, of course, in Tokyo later in the year. So and we want to invite the dad up to please accept the certificate from Michelle here. Raheem. Come right over here. Any of you want to take a picture, you can do that. Congratulations, and please offer our congratulations to Raheem. We should have. The plaques, by the way, are being driven over here at this time, so we'll bring you back up for another picture with the plaques.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now it's time to introduce our prospect of the year, the Nevada Prospect of the Year, who is Rolando "Rolly" Romero. Rolando is undefeated, 11 victories, no defeats, with 10 knockouts. He just had a beautiful second-round knockout on the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder card. He fought 4 times last year in 2019 and won them all, stopping all 4 of his opponents. So congratulations to our prospect of the year, Rolly Romero. Rolly, give you a chance to...
Well, I just want to say, I'm really grateful for this, and 2020 is my year. I'm going to win my world title, and I'll be a world champion by the end of 2020. So, thank you guys.
I want you to know, Rolly, that the people who have been our prospects of the year have done very well in their professional careers and gone on to some really great things. In fact, that goes for our next award winner, our fighter of the year. Because 3 years ago, he was in your spot accepting our prospect of the year award. And he is the Nevada Fighter of the Year, as awarded by the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. The Dream, Devin Haney. 24 wins, no defeats, still undefeated, 14 KOs. He also fought 4 times in 2019 and won them all. He became the youngest world title holder currently in boxing with his ascension to the World Championship, and was also the youngest WBC champion in 23 years. So congratulations to our Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame Fighter of the Year, and it is indeed Devin Haney.
First off, I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to everyone that voted for me. I'm very grateful. This is definitely a dream come true. I knew one day that this would come, but I didn't think that it would come this fast. So it just showed that all my hard work and dedication, has been paying off. So I just want to say thank you again.
Thank you, Devin. We'll have your plaque for you here in just a little while. So don't leave the gym. Those of you who are the award winners here, the annual award winners. We are going to attempt at this time to introduce our first inductee, and we're going to try to get him on the phone here. And what we're going to do, it's a kind of a primitive way of doing it, but we're going to get him on the phone, and we're going to hold that phone up to our microphone and see if we can't talk to him so that you can get some quotes. All right. Where's your speaker on this?
It's on. It's on. It's on.
On the what?
It's on. It's on.
Oh, no. Let me see first if Andre can hear us. Andre, can you hear us? Well, I'm going to have to move here. Anthony, I'm holding those things.
Get feedback.
Andre, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, if you could, let me first introduce and we'll do our best to get him so that everyone stay silent, but our first inductee, and this in his first year of eligibility in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, our first inductee that we are introducing today is Andre Ward. With his record of 32-0, retired 2 years ago, 16 knockouts. He fought his last 2 fights right here in Las Vegas, both victories over the very tough Sergey Kovalev. This magnificent boxer was the unified champion at 168 pounds, and again unified with 3 titles at 175 pounds. He, of course, was the Olympic Games light heavyweight gold medal winner as well in 2004, excuse me. He defeated outstanding competition throughout his career, including Kovalev, Carl Froch, Mikhail Kessler, Chad Dawson, Arthur Abraham, and of course in the process of beating some of those guys, won the Super 6 World Boxing Classic as well. So our congratulations to Andre Ward. And Andre, we welcome you as the first inductee this year into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Rich. Such an honor, such a privilege. When I look at the other names that are being inducted, it's a part of you that almost doesn't feel worthy to be associated with those names. And then I start watching those guys that are, the other names that are being inducted. I've taken a lot from them, and I appreciate the path that they've laid, and I hope that I did my part to in the past. I've been eyeing the Nevada Hall of Fame for a few years now. I think it's just gotten bigger and bigger. Seeing the fans there, and more importantly, just the names that gather on that night. And, I particularly wanted to be a part of this for, again, the last couple of years. So, never really said anything. And then, I saw Mr. James Wimberly and Mr. Lada call, and sent the message, and then Rich said, hey, I got something important to tell you. I'm going to tell you directly. He said, call back. I was hopeful. And when I finally talked to him, he broke the news to me, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. This is what I always dreamed of, is to take time for my full body of work. And I'm just honored, man, and I just can't wait to get there with the other champions and everybody else in the boxing community on the line.
Well, that's just great. Andre, I've been watching you, of course, since the beginnings of your career. I got to broadcast many of your fights early in your career, and it is amazing how far you came, and certainly when you get to the point of being a Hall of Famer, it's a great, great honor, and it just shows what people think of you. So congratulations to you, and we really look forward to seeing you in August.
Yeah, thank you. I want to give a shout out to Fernando. I'm grown up, watching Diego from the Sacramento area. I'm on father and family really well. He has the same manager for me. So I kind of came up under Diego and watched him. I know all the talking there, so I know she's associated with the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. I appreciate her hard work and her consideration as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing her too.
Thank you, Dre. Congratulations.
And there you have it. Andre Ward, thank you, Andre. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here today. And let me present, at long last, the awards, the beautiful plaques that we have, the beautiful trophies, I should say, for our 3 award winners. So if you'll come back up here to the stage, and Michelle, if you'll do the honors. And this here, by the way, is Anthony Randolph, who is our vice president, and we appreciate him as well. He does a lot of the behind-the-scenes work. So, who we have here first?
Want to just take a picture of all of them together?
Yeah.
Get all of our award winners, give them their plaques, and you can take that.
Those are
picture.
nice.
That's right. Let's spread out here a little bit.
That's nice.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, this one's for your son. Of course.
Michelle, get in there real quick. No, get in there, Michelle. Recognize. Let's go over to the right, Sean. Look forward, everybody.
Yeah. Look at
Okay, right here one time. One time right here.
Again, congratulations to our award winners. Those mean a lot. We give them a lot of thought, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, although we had that appointment at 3 o'clock with Andre to talk to him, but we'll continue right now with our non-boxer category. This is a broad category. It encompasses all aspects of the sport outside of the fighters themselves, although in many cases actual boxing has been a part of their resumes. Takes into account several areas and ways in which an inductee can contribute to the sport, can contribute to Las Vegas, or contribute to the state of Nevada. And our first non-boxer inductee today is a Vegas legend. He is Lorenzo Fertitta. He comes out of Bishop Gorman High School, where he was a football player there. He became, of course, best known for his exploits as chairman and CEO and the main builder of UFC in its developing years, along with his brother Frank. Often lost in the talk about Lorenzo, however, was his passion for boxing, his fandom for boxing, which was developed during his years as a young man. He attended matches frequently with his father, with his brothers, and eventually that led to his appointment to the Nevada State Athletic Commission in November of 1996. Lorenzo Fertitta served with the previous NVBHOF inductees on the commission, like Chairman Dr. Elias Ghanem, excuse me, and Executive Director Mark Ratner. Fertitta served on the Nevada State Athletic Commission until the year 2000. He was very much an advocate of fighters' rights, making sure that fighters got paid, and he brought, according to Mark Ratner, a real business outlook to the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So he was very important for boxing at that time. And then, of course, his exploits were in another field, both with the UFC, which he exploded on the scene, and as a hotel executive, chairman and CEO of Station Casinos. His love of sports continued into another aspect of his life, philanthropy, and we should also point out that his amazing contributions to the UNLV athletic program and department, which is something we take care of very seriously here at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, because we contribute to UNLV boxing team and also to the UNR, the Nevada Reno boxing team as well. And he has contributed that. So our inductee, and we're proud to honor him today, Lorenzo Fertitta. Our second inductee in the non-boxer area is Carlos Padilla, the referee. Came from the Philippines. Carlos, of course, earned very high marks. If you'll remember him as the third man in the ring in the Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier thriller in Manila, where he did an amazing job and really took everybody. You'll see and you'll remember him knocking the gloves out as Ali would try to hold with Joe Frazier, and he knocked him down there several times, wouldn't stand for any of that, did an incredible job in that fight. And then he migrated to Las Vegas, and Carlos Padilla actually worked at Caesar's Palace and became a top-ranked international TV. In addition to doing the Ali Frazier fight, he worked great fights such as Roberto Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard, their amazing fight in Montreal. He was the referee in that. He was the referee in the first Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes fight, and also officiated fights that included Alexis Arguello, Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and others. So our second non-boxer inductee this year is Carlos Padilla. Our third non-boxer inductee is Sammy Macias, a very much loved figure from up in where I live, up in Reno, where he's been a long time resident there. Sammy Macias was one of these renaissance men of boxing. He really did everything in boxing. And he was a boxer. He started out, in fact, as an amateur boxer at the University of Nevada, Reno. He reached the national finals twice, but it was after that he just did everything. He was a promoter, he was a judge, he was a commissioner with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and he served as the chairman of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Sammy Macias wrote many of the rules of modern day boxing, which are still in use today. And then he became the president of the NABF, where he served quite a while there, prior to Dwayne Ford serving as the president of the NABF. Sammy unfortunately died last year, the longtime resident of Reno. However, I did talk to his wife last week about this, and she was very thrilled, and they're anticipating coming, and I know we expect probably a pretty good turnout from Reno because this is a much beloved figure in boxing. Sammy Macias is our third inductee in the non-boxer candidate. And now we are going to introduce our final non-boxer inductee, who is Jose Suleiman. The late president of the World Boxing Council, Jose Suleiman, before his passing in 2014, he had presided over the WBC beginning in 1975 for 38 years, in which he built it into a prestigious, the most prestigious sanctioning body in the sport. And Jose became an icon in the sport world over. He loved boxing, and he loved boxers in particular, and was keenly involved in safety measures. And this is where we really are keenly involved with Jose, the late Don Jose Suleiman. He was involved in safety measures and innovations such as the 4-roped ring, thumbless gloves, the reduction of championship fights from 15 rounds down to 12 for the fighter's safety. And he established the weigh-ins as being 24 hours prior to fights, rather than fighters weighing in that morning and being dehydrated the night of the fight. And so his contributions to the health and safety and welfare of boxing extended beyond those rules, which were very significant. But he also began with being very aware of possible brain injuries for fighters, his funding of millions of dollars of brain injury research at UCLA was a big, big item for Don Jose Suleiman. The establishment of the Fighters Fund, which is centered right here in Las Vegas, that Fighters Fund. It is funded and it is administered right here in Las Vegas, and the WBC, under the original direction of Jose Suleiman, cuts checks. They locate, they identify, and they help fighters who are very much in need. And so, while at times a controversial figure, I'm sure you can see that with all of these safety measures and all of these things that were provided for fighters, for the health of fighters, we are happy to induct Jose Suleiman into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame this year. He was elected to the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2007. Now we add to his honor this year as an inductee into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, Jose Suleiman.
Okay. So this is his son, Pepe Suleiman.
Okay, we have on the phone Pepe Suleiman, who is the son of Jose Suleiman. Congratulations from the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. What do you think about this honor, Pepe, for your father?
Hello, good afternoon. I should see that. Okay, close to me. It was my father worked tirelessly and devoted his life to protect the boxers. He devoted his life to making boxing a much better sport. He lived the previous stage of what boxing was in the past, without any care for anybody. So he took on his passion and the responsibility to make something for the boxers, to have them, to give them a dignifying life during the sport and after. Eventually, it became to working for the boxers before, during, and after their careers as boxers. So, from the Suleiman family, we are very honored for my father to be inducted in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And we are just keeping up the work very hard. We are helping. We're still doing everything that we can for the only reason that exists in the sport, which is a boxer. So we are, from the bottom of my heart and from the gratitude to the whole Suleiman family, we really, really appreciate this honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pepe, and congratulations to extended to Mauricio and the rest of the Suleiman family. To announce the inductees that we have this year, we'll go through them and then we'll hear from a couple of them who are here present today. First of all, our first boxer inductee, as we mentioned, was Andre Ward. Our second boxer inductee is James Lights Out Toney. 77, 10, and 3 in the ring. He fought 14 times here in Nevada, including huge wins for him over Evander Holyfield, a near perfect fight that he fought against Iran Barkley, had a draw with one of our, and a victory against one of our own inductees, Mike McCallum. He competed as a pro from 1968 to 2017. James Toney held the 160, 168, and 190 pound titles. Also fought twice for the heavyweight title. He did defeat John Ruiz and got a draw against Hassim Rahman. The win over Ruiz was changed to no contest when he failed post-fight drug tests, but that does not overcome the amazing developments and the amazing accomplishments of James Lights Out Toney, whose career also included wins over the likes of McCallum, Michael Nunn, Vasily Juroff, Prince Charles Williams, and Reggie Johnson. So the amazing defensive genius, James Lights Out Toney, is our second nominee and second inductee of the non-Nevada resident boxers today. Our third inductee is Miguel Cotto, 41-6 as a pro. He fought 12 times in Nevada. Puerto Rico's first four-division world champion. He won championships from 140 to 160 pounds. A tremendous resume, of course, that he has. He fought everyone. The true boxer puncher, Miguel Cotto, defeated along the way Shane Mosley, Sergio Martinez, Antonio Margarito, Ricardo Mayorga, DeMarcus Corley, Paulie Malignaggi, and Ricardo Torres. And his losses came at the highest level to people like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao and Canelo. So we are congratulating today.
I have him on the phone.
You have?
Miguel.
Okay, well, we get a chance to hear from Miguel Cotto.
One moment, please. He just said, hold on.
Okay, does he want to do it in Spanish?
Keep talking about him. Keep talking. You talk so much about the other one.
Okay. Yeah, we're really excited about this. He was our last person that we were able to notify. So this was kind of a last minute. He does not.
No.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if he likes the honor or not. Who?
He was doing his. ¿Ya? ¿Listo?
Does he want to do?
Okay,
You want to do it in
un momento.
Spanish or in?
Okay.
We okay?
Okay, here you go. You want to tell him?
Miguel, this is Rich Murata, the president of the founder, of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. How are you today? Miguel, it is our great honor, and we've got a room full of press here today, here in Las Vegas, to inform you, we're doing this live here, that you have been voted in and selected for induction into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. So congratulations to you. These people here, a big media turnout, are hearing for the first time that you have been inducted, or you are going to be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you for the recognition. It's a pleasure for me just to be a member of the Hall of Fame of the Las Vegas Medical Commission and Hall of Fame. I feel so proud of that.
Can you tell us what it was meant to you? You fought so many times here in Las Vegas, and you fought in so many big fights here in Las Vegas. What it meant to you to fight in Nevada, and with those big fights here in the fight capital of the world.
Puede contestar en español.
No lo escucho nada.
Dice que qué significa haber peleado aquí en Nevada, tantas peleas que tuviste aquí en la capital del boxeo. It might be cutting off.
Miguel.
Well,
Oh, wait.
Nancy,
¿Sí?
la llamada se entrecorta.
He says that it's cutting off.
okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll let him go. But our congratulations, Miguel. We'll be in contact with you. So that's a first. That's the first time we've ever at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Actually informed one of our inductees that he was being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is Mark Too Sharp Johnson. A record of 44-5 in his career. He fought 4 times in Nevada. He won the IBF world titles at 112 and 115 pounds, and also a WBO title at 115. Mark Too Sharp Johnson was the first African-American to ever win the World Flyweight Championship. Had an outstanding list of opponents and victories. He defeated Fernando Montiel and Alejandro Montiel, as well as his one-round KO, and I was very happy because I called this fight, which was down in Anaheim when he won the World Championship with his winning effort against Francisco Tejedor. So he has been inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame back in 2012, and Mark Too Sharp Johnson is the newest inductee that we announce here today.
Miguel wanted to answer you. No.
Oh, we'll go back to Miguel. That was... All right, we go back to Miguel. Miguel, thank you. We were just going to ask you about your feelings about what it meant to you to fight in Las Vegas in those big marquee fights.
This is not a better place, biggest scenario in boxing is Vegas as. And it was great, really good for me, just right there.
¿Tienes algún mensaje en español para la prensa? Aquí tenemos un cuarto lleno de prensa.
Bueno, gracias por que nos den a saludar la fama de la ciudad de La Vega, y para mí un verdadero placer saber que luego de tantos años de sacrificio, pues lo mismo ha sido reconocido y pues que estamos en el lado de la fama, mucho orgullo.
Okay, thank you very much, Miguel. Again, our congratulations. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy Rodriguez, by the way, representing WBC here today. Want to acknowledge her as well. We appreciate her presence here today. Okay, so we will move on. Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Are we going to get Mark? Mark, how are you doing? Congratulations. We are very excited today. We just made the announcement that you will be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's great. It's a long time coming. You know, I want to try to put the barriers for any of all the things that I can get in. And I have always been a participant in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. But when you all first talk, but I just want to say I'm very proud of myself. I want to thank, my family, my team, everybody who got me to that situation. But to make a long story, this is a great moment to be on my shoulders.
Well, we're excited about having you. I was explaining to we have a large media turnout here today, and was explaining to them how I was able to call a lot of your fights. You grew up basically and became a prominent fighter fighting for foreign boxing in Los Angeles, won the title in Anaheim, and then you also had very big fights in Las Vegas. As you look back on your career, how do you feel about it?
Well, I feel like my career at some point is incomplete. I think because the fighters that I wanted to fight, like Toney, Danny Romero, Kelly, because I made, a lot of those guys just promoted back on friends. So when I got to be a contender, top line contender, those guys they keep getting jealous. But I wanted to bring the best fight to the West Coast to the fame. I always wanted to make the best fight. It didn't matter who it was, what we let's just get the fans and the public get money's worth.
Well, you sure did that, Mark. I remember so well. And congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in August for the great induction weekend here in Las Vegas.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Okay, there he is, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, everyone. Appreciate getting Mark on the phone. Our next inductee, as we near the conclusion of our inductions, Julian Jackson. Julian the Hawk Jackson, 55-6 record with 49 knockouts. Julian Jackson, considered one of the hardest punchers in the history of boxing in the middleweight division, certainly. His biggest wins were KO victories over the likes of Terry Norris in 2 rounds, outstanding British boxer Harold Graham, who he knocked out in 4 rounds. Julian is living in the U.S. Virgin Islands now. I talked to him yesterday, and he was pretty much over the moon when we told him he was being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, and we look forward to seeing him. Our next inductee, Azuma Nelson, the professor. 39-6-2 with 28 KOs. He fought 9 times in Nevada. His career included wins over great champions like Wilfredo Gomez, Jeff Fennick, Gabriel Ruelas, Jesse James Leja. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2004, considered by many the greatest African fighter ever, and Azuma Nelson is our next inductee into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Two more of the non-Nevada residents are being inducted. First, a contemporary of mine who kind of grew up together in Los Angeles, Danny Little Red Lopez is being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. 42-6 in his career. He had big wins in Nevada as well, although his last fight was here in a loss to the great Salvador Sanchez, but that's the kind of fighter that it took to defeat him. And he defeated the likes of Ruben Oliveras, Chucho Castillo, Sean O'Grady in his career. An interesting thing about, I would have mentioned this while while Leon was still here, that Danny Little Red Lopez fought title fights, the chief undercard fight on each of the Ali Spinks shows. The first of which, of course, was here in Las Vegas when he was a winner and defeated David Cotto of Ghana, and then the second time when he fought Juan Malvarez on the second Ali Spinks card back in New Orleans. So Danny Little Red Lopez, described, I remember, by Howard Cosell as a terrific banger, a real puncher. Little Red is going into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And our final inductee in the non-Nevada resident category is Jose Luis Castillo, a great fighter who engaged in what may have been the greatest fight of all time with Diego Corrales at Mandalay Bay. That's what he's probably most remembered for, was that losing effort against Michelle's then husband. And he fought, however, Jose Luis 11 times in Nevada, and he had a memorable two-fight series, not only with Diego, but also with Floyd Mayweather, the first fight of which many felt that he should have been receiving the decision. And it was a controversial decision. But if you look at the great resume of Jose Luis Castillo, those fights with Corrales and Mayweather, but also winning the title from Little Stevie Johnston, a big upset that it was, and he defeated the likes of Joel Casamayor, Julio Diaz, Juan Lescano, Cesar Bazan, and the rematch with Corrales he was the winner of as well. So Jose Luis Castillo goes into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame as a non-Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame resident. And now we get to our Nevada resident boxers, both of whom are here today, who will be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. We're going to begin with Clarence Bones Adams. With his record of 44-7-4, Bones fought 6 times here in Nevada. He won the WBA 122-pound title at Mandalay Bay, a 12-round decision over Nestor Garza. People knew that he was going to be a great fighter when he was even just a little kid, because at 7 years old, Bones was featured on the show That's Incredible as a prodigy in boxing at the age of 7. And that show had pretty good vision along the way. He did become the youngest fighter to fight in the state of Nevada at the age of 16 to fight professionally. And so he was on his way from a young age up all the way through the championship. He had great fights with Paulie Ayala. He defeated Kevin Kelly on a majority decision at Caesar's Palace, and a longtime resident here in Las Vegas. And we're happy to welcome, bring him up to the microphone, say a few words. Man, we'll be going into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame in August. Who, by the way, is now making his mark as a really outstanding trainer as well. Yeah. Bones, here you go.
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for voting me in. Nevada is my home. It always has been. It seems like home all my life. And just thank you. I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
All right, can you get Michelle to kind of step in and take a picture with Bones as well? There you go. Calm down. Congratulations, Bones.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And our final inductee today is the man who's hosting us here today. I'm talking about Ferocious Fernando Vargas. His record 26-5, 22 knockouts, fought 9 times here in Nevada, including 2 of his greatest wins. Wins that really showed his quality as a professional. These were after, actually, he won the championship as the youngest 154-pound champion of all time when he defeated Yuri Boy Campus. But here against a really quality opponent, Ike Corte, which I think Fernando was one of the most brilliant fights I ever saw you fight, and Raul Marquez in a real war up in Lake Tahoe here in Nevada as well. And of course, he had many, many great wins. We mentioned Campus, Winky Wright. He also defeated along the way another Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame inductee. So the resume is tremendous. He moved to Las Vegas here after his career, so he's lived here for several years now, established this gym, a current resident. He has a youth team, charitable foundation that we talked about. So he's very important to the boxing community. Congratulations, and I want to bring up Ferocious Fernando Vargas. Who, by the way, when I was doing my radio show for 11 years in Los Angeles, Fernando was a frequent guest, would come down, also sell his shirts that he was hawking at the time. Nauseous t-shirt, nauseous shirts. I had one, and it was always great to have Fernando on as a guest because he was always honest and great, and there were fireworks, and the fans loved him, and you're very popular fighter. So, Fernando, congratulations. Welcome to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame on your induction.
Thank you so much, Rich. I want to read this off to you guys. I wrote down a few things here. First and foremost, I want to thank God, because every good and perfect gift is from above. I want to thank the Fernando Vargas Fighting Foundation, where we're at today, where we give inner city kids a fighting chance. I want to thank the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame for inducting me. I also want to thank my family for always having their support in whatever I do. I want to thank my ride or die wife, the Queen Marta Vargas. I want to thank my cubs, Fernando Vargas Jr., Amado Fernando Vargas, Emiliano Fernando Vargas, and my daughter, mi bella Lorena Vargas. My suegro, Alfredo Lopez, and my sister-in-law, Carol Lopez. I'm truly honored to be inducted in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Truly a blessing to be amongst boxing's great champions that have been inducted. I'm excited about the future of the Vargas legacy as the lineage continues. My son, Fernando Vargas Jr., and my son, Ferocious Fernando Vargas Jr., will be turning pro later this year. My son, a year later, Amado El Malvado Fernando Vargas will follow. And then, El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas. So don't worry, boxing fans. Like I've said on my social medias and to the press before, hay Vargas para rato. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fernando. Sure appreciate it. I want you to know that you'll be getting your Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame ring. There you see it there. You'll get it and your trophy in August at our induction ceremony. And if we can have Bones and Fernando pose with Michelle again, the three of you for pictures here, that would be great.
Rich, ask Fernando for his certificate.
Smile, man.
All right, guys, this way.
They're gonna have fun.
One, two, three. Thank you.
Nice this way.
All right, thank you. Thank you to all of our honorees for showing up here today. We want to thank the media, especially for coming out today. Really appreciated the great turnout, all the TV cameras. Wonderful to have you out here today. And we'll look forward to August 7th and 8th at the Red Rock Casino and Resort.